I'm deciding to give you guys more than just me, well, more than just me sitting down and talking to you. I used to do this more, but I got this new camera. It's a little bit more disconcerting. I don't want to break it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm up here at the University of Arkansas. I couldn't think of a better background, for any lack of a better term. Some scenery behind me for my daily vlog. But it's still better than me sitting in my chair, you know what I'm saying? If you're wondering why I'm wearing a jacket, because it may rain. Those clouds over my shoulder are looking pretty mean and a little bit black, and I don't want to get my camera wet. One thing I found interesting was this giant tree. I'm sure if you went to the University of Arkansas and you ever stood up here by Old Main, which is where I'm at, you would see this giant tree, and it's really old and it's really cool, and I wish there were more. And they actually had more in the past. They've cleared out a lot of these trees from when I was younger, which is, you know, you think at a university, as ecologically minded as they are, that they wouldn't cut down trees, but I think it was in the 80s they did a little revamp of the courtyard, and they cut down the trees. So I'm actually standing on the U.S. Coast Guard geographical survey marker here in Fayetteville. And over my right shoulder, I'm not going to let you down, I'm showing you Old Main. It used to be red. It's actually now just brick. I guess they gave it a makeover. I liked it better when it was red. It's not quite red anymore. But you know, today was an interesting day. I got in another fight with my dad, which was wonderful and fine. But for no real reason again. And then, but I did get the Sony people have noticed my vlog that I'm making with this camera, which is a Sony camera, and they became quite interested in it, and so I got to keep producing at this point, keep producing it. But like I said, I'm going to give you a daily dose of Paul Newtonisms, which is, there's one for you right there, a Newtonism. Yeah, I like that. But I figured Old Main would be a nice little backdrop. You know, the tree was kind of lame, but what the hell. They're doing a lot of work up here. I don't know if you've been up here lately. The work that they're doing up here is just, they're tearing down a bunch of old stuff and building a bunch of new stuff and revamping some of the older things, which is the good news. The university does need a little bit of an uplift, but I want to know is, where is this money coming from? The state's not making that much. You know, we're worried about deficits, and look what they're doing. They're building $100 million facilities. Seriously, $100 million facilities when we're losing money at the state and federal level. Is this all borrowed? I guess if I'm in debt, the government can be too. Whatever, right? You know, the U of A, if you haven't been down here in a while, you should come down here and look. I'm surprised they haven't kicked me off campus yet, because, you know, I don't belong here. I'm an outcast. But I'm better. It's better than yesterday, where I was out filming little kids playing baseball. At least now I'm filming college students.
How old are you?
And some of these names, I'm looking at here, and they've got these names along the walk. The one I'm standing in front of started in 1915. And if you notice, I'm going to show you some video. If you notice, they've hand carved them into the cement, which is actually pretty cool. It's not just, you know, stamped in like we do now. It's hand carved. Somebody took a stick or something and wrote these into the cement, which is actually pretty cool. You know, we don't take time to do stuff like that anymore, but at the same time, if you see some of these, they weren't so good. So my brother went to university here. I did like a half a semester, because I'm a layboy. I don't go to school. I've got better things to do. But I guess if I was coming up in college or high school these days, I guess I'd have to go to college. I mean, what choice do you have, really, but to go in debt $100,000 just to get a job that makes $50,000? So if you guys went to school here, or if you just been up here at all, you'll recognize that these buildings are pretty cool. They're really old too, if you notice. I guess they were built close to the turn of the century, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Not really a scholar on the intricacies of University of Arkansas architecture. So this was a bit of a surprise when I walked up here. The statue of Fulbright. This wasn't up here last time I was here. I guess they've done a lot of remodeling since then, haven't they? So this was even more of a surprise to me. I did not know that we had a Fulbright peace fountain. Again, it's been a long time since I've been here. And because it's been so long, this was just dirt, and I think there was some kind of building or something back here. I'm not quite sure. You know, there's a lot of new stuff up here at the University of Arkansas. You guys should just come up and walk around and look around if you haven't been up here in a while. Or if you haven't been. You know, we're old farts now. We can go and look around. What are they going to do? Throw us out? I'm okay with that. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourselves, why is this idiot up here filming on the college campus? Well, I've answered that question, and I'm going to answer it again because I want to. You know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful place to visit. It's a wonderful place to look at. Your parents would be proud if you went here. And my brother's proud you went here, absolutely. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to film here today. I've actually got way too much footage, said way too many things, but again, I'm doing this mostly because it sucks to have me just sit at my chair all day. And this is much better to look at. But tomorrow, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So what you guys need to do now is you need to let me know exactly what's going on in the community. I want to go and film. I have the time, I have the ability, and obviously the pictures are awesome. Tell me what's going on, picnic, family gathering, things like that. If you want it filmed, I'm there, I'm in. Not necessarily will you make it to my vlog, but I'm glad you'll be okay with that. Really, if you have I want to go and film the community. Let's document what we do. Let's document our lives at least a little bit, because right now there's absolutely nothing, and it's way too easy to film it. It's way too easy to get out there and show the world